these panels will actually survive better in that environment because they are better protected. It's a stronger, stiffer platform, but it's also, if it does flex, it will flex and not cause microcracks. And microcracks are a real concern because when they happen, they don't show up. They don't show up immediately. The problem happens is after a few years, after this thing is cracked, through thermal cycling, this microcrack grows into an actual real crack, separates the conductors, and now you've lost a cell or maybe a panel. So microcracks are a ticking time bomb. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but they are a future problem, not a problem right now. So those are the real.
Why do you think they are a future problem? Do they get worse over time?
Yeah. So
could it even cause fire or things like that?
Yeah, what happens with a microcrack is that when the damage happens, you don't know it. If you're, during an installation, if someone's standing on a panel or if the panel got dropped, you can still check that array. It will still check out as being full power. And so the installer walks away and says, yep, I'm done. But during that, over the time, because of thermal cycling, the temperature going up, coming down, coming up, your panel is going to shrink and grow. And what will happen there is that crack will turn into a full-size crack, breaking the conductors or causing a hot spot. And hot spots can cause, it's not going to cause a fire as much as it will cause damage to the system. It'll cause a hot spot, and that will cause damage to the back sheet and open up it could burn, it'll melt the back sheet basically. And if it compromises the back sheet, now you have a path for moisture incursion. And moisture incursion is bad because you'll start shorting out your system. You'll get you'll get arc fault, which if you've troubleshot an arc fault problem on an array, they are really hard to do because once they get wet, they short out. But if they dry out, they don't short out anymore. So you end up losing. So your system performance is going to drop off. You'll lose modules, difficult to troubleshoot, that type of thing. And the bad part is that damage may have happened 3 years ago. And so everyone's just pointing fingers. No, it's your problem. It's my problem. And,
I've recently heard of a startup just taking those fleets of residential solar assets and changing the backsheet on them for for a certain fraction of the price of a new solar module. Actually.
Absolutely. We've learned a lot. So if you think about what we've learned, how many gigawatts we've installed since, the modern era. So say 2010, how many gigawatts have been installed. So if you think about, what we did from 2010 to 2014, there's some pretty bad modules being manufactured. I'm not going to lie. So the prices, if you think about price per watt, so that was the overseas invasion, price per watt just absolutely tanked. How did we get there? Is that economies of scale, or was there some things happening there that may bite us in the end? And we're finding out. We're seeing backsheets fail. We're seeing EVA brown. We're seeing bad connection points, and all of this had to do with the move from manual assembly, which a lot of people were doing up till about 2010, 2012, a lot of manual assembly, to now where everyone is fully automated and has very good process control. But there's a bunch of stuff out there that is going to that we're going to be having some problem with over the next 5 or 10 years. It's an opportunity.